Welcome. We're here today with Father John Connor to talk a little bit about the new news in the North American territory. It seems like just about a year ago we were sitting talking about your new assignment as Territorial Director. Now that's changed and you're going to be taking on a new assignment that will be announced shortly. And Father Luis Garza will be joining us here in the U.S. and Canada as the Territorial Director for North America. So we wanted to get together today to get your impressions of Father Luis and all of this that's going on. So thank you for joining us. Were you surprised by all of this the new assignments?
Not really, Jim. This decision was actually proposed and recommended by myself and Father Julio months ago. So I'm not particularly surprised. It's not ordinary after 1 year, but we're not in ordinary times either, are we?
We're not in ordinary times. So, but then you think this is a good idea?
I do. When I started my mission as Territorial Director, I saw pretty early on that having two territories in North America was not going to be the easiest and most effective and efficient way to operate the United States, North America. So this decision is really a part of an ongoing assessment of how we could best consolidate our work here in the United States and really serve the church better.
And you think we can do that better as a single territory rather than the more delegated two territories?
I absolutely do. I think that having one unit, if you will, one territory, we're going to be, first and foremost, we'll be able to strengthen community life of the legionaries and the consecrated, which is the most important thing. I think, two, apostolically speaking, to align our objectives, our priorities apostolically to better serve the church is a very important part of this decision. Thirdly, operationally, to operate more efficiently, more effectively. And then lastly, just the resources, our men and our women and our material resources, using them, being better stewards of our resources. And that's really all part of this plan of renewal, Jim, that we're living right now in the Legion.
Well, part of that plan of the renewal has involved the ADESIS process and the Participatory Organizational Council. I know that group is building up toward a planning meeting in August that'll help to organize and set priorities for the coming year or so. Will Father Luis be able to be a part of that?
Absolutely, and he's looking forward to it. He will lead those meetings along with Father Julio and myself, but he's very excited to be a part of that. Like you said, we started those alignment meetings, if you will, and the strategic meetings back in January, and this meeting in August is just the next step we'll be taking here in the States to align our vision and our mission apostolically.
You know, a lot of people in North America don't know Father Luis. I assume you've worked with him in the past. I mean, what can you tell us about him? What's he like?
Well, I met Father Luis for the first time in my novitiate in Germany. He came the first summer to study German, and at the time was Vicar General of the Legion. And we were all quite impressed with him. He learned in one summer what took most of us to learn in 2 years. So we all learned that he was this intellectual giant, but not only that, a holy man. He's holy, he's a faithful religious, but also he's a great communicator, he's a great thinker, and he's a great strategist. And I think we're very excited about having him here with us.
Well, I think a lot of people are, but I suppose there are also some people who are going to say, well, Father Luis may be a great guy, but he's not an American. Right. How do you respond to that?
Well, it wouldn't be a surprising question. I've heard it before. Father Luis graduated from Stanford with honors, which I think is impressive for any American. In addition to that, most Americans who do know him will have expressed that he's more American than Mexican. And I think many people will discover as they meet him and they hear him that he thinks like an American, his decision-making is like an American, he communicates like an American with directness and honesty and clarity, which I think Americans will appreciate enormously, and will kind of forget that old thought that he's not an American, but originated from Mexico.
Well, it's clear you have some good feelings about Father Luis, but I mean, honestly, aren't you a little disappointed about not being Territorial Director?
I enjoyed these last 12 months enormously. and it gave me an opportunity to really serve my community here in the United States. And that's what religious life is about. Religious life is about serving Christ and your community where you're needed. I think really...
So you're okay with this?
I am. I'm ready to serve where the Legion needs me most, and I think that Father Luis truly is the man for the job right now. I absolutely agree with Father Alvaro's decision. I think it was a bold decision, leadership decision by Father Alvaro, and I applaud him for that. And I think we have a Michael Jordan in our hands here. Father Luis Garza is like a Michael Jordan, and when you have a Michael Jordan on your team, you want to give him the ball and let him play.
Well, great. It's been great working with you in your current assignment, and it will be in your new assignment. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Jim.